stream this for a while, and I am pretty excited for this. We are going to be doing some great Ace Attorney. Let's get that. Game audio fading in for everybody. This game's got some jams. I've been wanting to stream this for a while. Doing some silly voices. Probably won't be a super long stream because it's already pretty late, but I'm really in the mood for it. Let's jump over. Switch capture. Oh, I need to have screen it. Maybe this program is always a struggle to get it to cooperate. Worst case, I'm gonna share screen. I should be able to get it to. Open it, might get a little bit loud for a sec. It's reasonable, and now it's being captured. But it's small. Not small. The full screen is. At least nobody's here. For once, I'm glad I don't have an audience when I try to stream. Maybe. Now I'm not getting video. So that's fun. This guy really just doesn't want to cooperate sometimes. Okay, I have video. Fixing the volume. Going full screen. And now... No! Why is it still small? Did I mess something up in... I think I messed this up. I think that's it. Oh god, I didn't even... Well... This is more motivation for me to actually, like, edit my thoughts a little bit, because that was a shit show and nobody has to know. It's here. Alright. Got audio, got video. We're ready to go. play the dang game, do some silly voices. Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable...
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
The terrible speckled band, I believe, was the name of the case. 9th January, 6:37 a.m. On board the steamship Borea. Ooh.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait!
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What?
Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Sherlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
Can't get over this man actually named Sherlock Sholmes. Oh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move. Oh, what the? Why am I in handcuffs? So I wake up now. Oh, that's the... I had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I don't believe how you could not wake up. Such a cold-blooded man. You found me then. Ah, we found you. Now you pay, criminal. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Sorry. You've been found, and it's time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you everything. only one thing I'd like to know from you. We're just gonna keep assuming these are... no. Ah. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato. Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Ah, you pretend to not know. You are a wolf in the sheep's belt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered. Here, in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But you can't be! These handcuffs? Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please! No. No! Kazuma. Just 2 short weeks ago. You sure about this? We don't get in trouble? I 100%. It's been so long since I played the first chapter of this game. 100% forgot who Kazuma was. This is much more distressing that he's dead. This is like our best friend. Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England and study? It's really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. Hey, that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case on the floor. I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Must be even less of a man than you look. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. But it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. If you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. No, I hope not. I get the feeling these Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. A sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, do I need to keep it a secret from the old lady? Faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd get me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. It's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. Compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason, then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, I'll try to keep out of something on this piece of paper. What? I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We're supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Me and my boyfriend, Kazuma. We'll leave you all next month. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murder. No, I'm not a murderer. Duh. You said before, you said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend. No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Well, there's something I would like to ask of you, too. His eyes. Looks like he's ready to destroy me. His nightmare's getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. He really has been killed, hasn't he? It wasn't just a bad dream. These handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? They found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a portal window, and the bolt-up door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Are we just ignoring the fact that part of the bolt latch is broken? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Still going to deny the charge? Even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. I don't know how he died. Chief's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I suppose we should learn more until next week's consulted with our expert. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury. That's true, yes. Oh, the incident. Can anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? That's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please. If you say you were here in the cabin before. Well, yes, I was, but I always wake before going to do his training first thing in the morning. Playing outside his cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. This morning he did not come. It seems to be waiting. Does that mean he was already dead once Susato-san arrived at his cabin? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. I forced the cabin door open, and we managed to get inside. Here's Kazuma-san, collapsed on the floor. Okay, so that's why we're not questioning the broken log, because the crewman busted it. The white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. He had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I'm sure it wasn't the case, but it's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know. It's my turn to ask you a question. Yeah, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Are you even on board this ship? Naruto said. You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. How could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. Actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? It's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I told you then, didn't I? To become a lawyer yourself. Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I assure you of that. I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. And that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, center of the world in many ways. Can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. On a personal level, if to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma-san is always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. Something's still bothering me a little. In his eyes, then, it's darker than I've ever seen it before. Oh, Susanoo-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you by stowing away on the ship, I knew Kazuma-san. I suspect he was trying to protect me. To avoid me becoming guilty by the situation. That's exactly right, yes. We're perfect, in fact. Turn off the culprit and tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is... I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-san was killed. Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. For some reason, I'd still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, well, no, it's... Please forgive me. Soda-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. The trouble is, there's no one else who could have possibly done this. Ugh. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. You can't allow that to happen. Sorry. Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And I didn't do anything to stop it. Now I'm supposed to just sit around, hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Yeah! What the fucking dropped us? That was a Susanoo takedown. Susanoo, what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few minutes ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. I see. Suspected me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Suzato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Well, we've got proof that I'm a student at the Imperial University. I was wearing a collar made from bracket. Or paper seal that Cosmo would stick this over the doors of the wardrobe for me. It says keep out cavities. That much. Can actually read it. Let's examine this because we can. This is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it. I'll never forget how Cosmo reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that? He said. Still, I was sure people would be, yeah, even if they could read it, so it would be used for anything. It works. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. You can see the remnants of the glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Though it wasn't proper, though, of course, we didn't have any of that with us. So I pulverized some rice into a paste to use instead. To a stowaway like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. So I spread it as thinly as I possibly could. I never wasted me. Not dead. I mean... Oh, because this was still on the wardrobe when people came in. Which means I couldn't have left the wardrobe.
Yes!
I mean, also, it's not our badge. And our badge clearly doesn't mean shit. But this also makes sense. Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Yes, it was. I remember thinking of it. I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep. Just in case the cabin steward or any other crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Ah! Yes, of course. Gentlemen discovered he killed that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. If I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Thank you, Suzato-san. Now, I think perhaps you could help me up. This is great. Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating your arrest. Thank you, so you finally believe me. I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. Do you think I am a magician? Now I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Suzato-san. Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my notes. I'm sure you know nothing about Mr. the crime scene. I don't want you to use your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. That's it. That's a thing. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating everything. So I swear, I will avenge your death. Okay. Let's see. Save there. good with conversing. Let's start an example. Hello, sir. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going, the investigation. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. Oh, true, I see. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about this crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. Yes, it appeared. He's convinced you're guilty. Might have useful information, though. I have to keep trying. So last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Yeah, of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. That won't do. Oh, what's the matter, says Honest. I'm examining things. I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah, yes, that's not good. I suppose you're as foolish as me and Naruhodo-san? We're still tutorial. I guess this is my first investigation, because the first case is a one-and-done courtroom, as is usually the case in Ace Attorney games. I'm sure you're careful to look all around using left and right, aren't you? Now let's investigate all corners of this town. I was getting to that. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Gloria. It's essentially a list of requirements for the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. One thing's for sure, either way I wasn't supposed to be in here. I'm gonna butcher this. Seiji. The Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Cosmo. Yes, his calligraphy was always was a reflection of his art. And you really look at those characters without feeling shame? Shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? He's totally on the shame. Now you're gonna bring that up, are you? I can't win. Someone fills up with this tablecloth. There's nothing on this table at all. Plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. Now, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny, I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. So, some perhaps are responsible for what happened to Christmas. No. Our dinner was drugged. And I don't know how we're gonna prove that. That's my dinner from last night, roast chicken. It's really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susanoo-san. I ate at the table for once. Begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right, so he didn't touch it. And all the more... Oh no, does that mean... Or Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. I love that these characters are still just the characters from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games. Okay, so that makes me think. Because I was thinking that our dinner was drunk, but as far as we know, nobody else knew that we were on the ship. So, Kazuma's dinner was drugged, but then we ate his dinner. And that's kind of what's going on here. And the knife was part of that. Let's look at his katana, because that was very fucking important to him. That's something I do remember from the first chapter. Oh. That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. If he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. Because that shows just how important it was to him. He's gone. I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. I will be taking his katana. Okay, let's talk about the door. I went for help and the crewman forced the door open. It was bolted and firmly closed. It was quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. It just slides across to secure the door shut. Still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. So no wonder everyone suspects me. If there's a meal like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once a detective novel that the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. The door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal. They seal together perfectly. No possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. There's a meal like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Did he really say that line twice in one dialogue? You know this shit. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. That's such a beautiful color. Looks like a cute little Natsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. Not sure that sounds like Kazuma. I've secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. The mark beside it. What is it, I wonder? It has this sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is the color of brick, isn't it? I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in this cabin. That is strange. I don't know what that's about. Did Cosmo write that before he died? Looks like it's written in ink. Must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-sama, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. Suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? Sorry, partner. Can't read your writing. And did he know Russian? I don't think that's Japanese, What then? What language is it? Easy to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean? It's Russian. I mean, it's Cyrillic. I don't know any Russian, so maybe it's not Russian, but it's... You can recognize that it's Cyrillic characters. It's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, it's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Yes, I see it says this way up. Japanese. Which, in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't be able to. I was turned over and over and over was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. He is stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than this is not a takedown. This is the desk. Sir, dear Cosmo-san would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Cosmo, he didn't even make it to his destination. This is the last entry is incomplete. Which means what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened. Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. That's out of the question. That's what someone who part of this will be must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't read it. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Books have fallen over on the shelf, look. They've all toppled the same way. What's this? A statue of some god of the sea? He's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked. Everything mown down at once. Shit. Up to one side. I wonder if perhaps it was Cosmo-san to do his morning sword training. I seriously doubt it. And perhaps it was you, Naruto-san, in a fit of rage. It wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books in the statue. Maybe these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't want to see a mess. Huh. I think that's everything over here. We'll get to that in a sec. It's pretty sus. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time I ever noticed on? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh no, I suppose not. It must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. Last night was no exception. Because of that, you had no idea what was happening up here in the cabin. No, sadly not. Yes, it's a Belcourt contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have Belcourts like this, which you can hold or get bell to summon servants. Summon servants. Really, that sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. There's just the crewmate already in this room. Come over. I suppose nobody comes for Lily Japanese. I don't know, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. It's definitely not a racist thing. Let's not think about it. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, yes, it will appear to be right. If its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. And that's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way into the Caesar mouth. Something like that? I suppose. Maybe that's it. Well, hello. What the fuck? He's just there now? like... Like, obviously that was triggered in the game by us having checked everything in the room, but, like... Excuse me? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? No idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious. And tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. Is he investigating Kazuma's desk? Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, he simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it? Or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Alright, then I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Alright, Susato. Calm down. I do also want to talk British. Excuse me? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. Okay. Must add a British accent at this point. Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Greetings, I hope I haven't kept you long. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? I see, fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me. Yes, everything is clear now. Train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You... Afghanistan, I perceive. Most recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? Now whilst venturing toward formal lines, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Perhaps I should deduce anything else. But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you've fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the being-ribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now, nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you were talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. It's true. It was you who did this to Cosmos. Damn it, Susanoo! You literally know them from Japan. What? and you're plotting a revolution, too! It's shameful behavior, Naruto-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, there's no way Hiya! God. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary. Obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of introduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yes, maybe. That's like the singular thing you said that's true about me. Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. Ha! I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies, how remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. Pause for Sherlock Holmes theme to play. Fantastic. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes? The very same. The inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man, Susanoo-san? Most famous detective in the world? Naruto-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on, then? Must ask him what he's deduced. You'll have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? He is very tall. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see, you're German? Hair lock, was it? No, I have no hair. I mean, I have hair. Please call me Shells. Read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rent's magazine. Full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So you're the protagonist in a series of short stories, then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? Yeah, he's... You don't mean Watson, or even... Watson's first name. Herlock shown switcheroo on the names. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. By this very moment, I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really, I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a mere science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. Science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Right. The trained logician makes deductions from the data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How could he look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. This is just excellent. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I see, in other words. I'm in these now because of him. I became anxious about Cosmo-sama this morning. I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself amongst the number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruto. Ugh. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Really, two facts, you say? What about two facts? Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please, what two facts are apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah, yes, but first let us be precise. Two facts in question were immediately apparent. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. Two facts that I deduced from a momentary relevancy of the crime were as follows. Number one, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number two, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Well, Mr. Sholmes, what made me think the victim was Russian? The dying message left by the victim on the floor. Ah, that is the Russian word for wardrobe. Do you really think Cosmo-san could have left a dying message in Russian? Final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. I suppose. Russian? Was he? Initially, I considered Garderobe may be the name of the killer. Certain Rod Garda, perhaps. But in the interests of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there, at least. We found Mr. Naruto sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea! I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. He probably says hidden details. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. You alright, Mr. Naruto? Oh, yes. Thank you. Photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court. Option order for wardrobe and purple ink. It would appear to have been written in the victim's final. I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes. What, pray? Mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that. Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Do you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? I couldn't tell you how that's pronounced. Certainly, if it interests you. Many times I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. Can we talk about your introduction before the things you included on the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in actually is the other details that I was more open to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and Assassin of 16 part. Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads: Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Sylvester made a port call at Shanghai yesterday. Last night, the young Russian was murdered. Was Kazuma Russian? Sounds like Mr. Schultz is completely he was Russian because what Kazuma said wrote on the floor. Is Kazuma even the one who's dead? Because one, I don't want that to be true, because I want to have more of old version of Edgeworth. Two, why would he have written Russian? It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary, one who had killed the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you... By then, Bolshevik. No, how could it be you? Look anything like this man, just look at his face! Well, fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I missed it. Which is a crime, but not the one you're accused of. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Ah, yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. Leads the man has perpetrated thus far on those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually read entries to newspaper reporters, I wonder? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated in this article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place. Oh. This was written. Yeah, take this place take the paper for yourself as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. The article about the revolutionary has been put into the closest approximation to a rubbish bin that Sherlock Holmes could find, which is in fact Ryonosuke's court record. Excellent. An article on the front page of a Russian newspaper, the headline reads, Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. And you may find the article on the back of the page of interest as well. On the back, papers have a back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. So you want me to study it and turn it over? We'll do that now. Fine. Oh, useful. Start with. Can't find anything out of place. Okay, cool. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant in our episode? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but it's a picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? But she is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know, I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere with sponsorships. Does that mean, like, even if we had not looked at this until later and we were not in with them, he would have just like, allow me, my dear. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. When our prima ballerina, the Novovich Ballet, disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She was, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Russian name so hard to remember. The pale woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea. I'm not sure. Must be an unbelievable sum of money. Notice inside are shiny like the diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. Requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. This may be another case of a Russian fleeing his own country. Does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Yeah, just because two Russians... Okay, like... Two Russians fleeing their country via Shanghai at the same time, definite coincidence. Referring to it as the Russian thing to do, not okay. Article on the back of a page of a Russian newspaper, the headline reads, "Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from China." Excellent. We can examine this. Okay, that doesn't make sense. We can examine that. I'm not going to bother examining. Before we started talking, you were examining Cosma's desk, weren't you? Cosma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary, Cosma was seeking news of the trip. Ah, but... I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Susato-san aren't going to throw a detective with one of your trademark takedowns. He read Kazuma-san's private writings. I was going to do that. I didn't even get to do that, and you took me down. And he's just implied that he's read the whole thing. Susanoo-san? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Maybe precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese? A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, and Mikado, nado, I trust you're suitably impressed. But this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters of which I can read precisely none. So, what was all that showing off about before then? If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Jones. I'm much obliged, my dear madam. Final entry here in Kazuma-san's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear faint whistling sound. Whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say, and the man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. This diary has been entered in the court record. Diary Kazuma was keeping of his trip to London. With the last entry he made before his death, he spied what appeared to be a speckled band. So that ties us back to the intro, which has, up until this point, had nothing to do with this case. So it was Herlock Sholmes, so that was the other thing. It was Herlock Sholmes and Wilson. It feels so wrong to say. Herlock Sholmes and Wilson had investigated a case of the speckled band, which was an adder. Poison snake. So he knows something about this. And I think that's going to be the crux of this whole mystery. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the sickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. I think perhaps that we can go with you. No, that would be somewhat complicated. What, but why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Yeah, we'll do that little... Yeah. Oh, these... After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? No point trying to turn it into a question. I really would have decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. Thank you, Susato-san, on our side for once. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? No, not really. So, what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly, roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being played. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Arahoto-san, what are you just standing there for? Huh? Let's go investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can hide. Yeah! What? This feels unnecessary. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up. You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. I love this. I immediately missed the dynamic of Phoenix and Maya coming from that trilogy. I haven't played any of the Apollo Justice games. I now want to. But this, like, Ryonosuke and Susato's dynamic, excellent. And I could tell from the beginning Susato-san was going to kind of fill the spot left by Maya. And she's definitely different. She's much more formal, but has a lot of nice, of like, these kind of shticks and stuff that work. We still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice. Is something wrong, Naruto-san? Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. Can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. Oh, yes, you're right. Yes, excuse me, sir. Are you... Yeah. Yes, what can I do for you? I don't have... Oh! Oh, that's just Kazuma. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Wait. Shit. Is that Kazuma? No, who coughs up blood? This is somebody else. Oh, this is somebody else. This was the waiter? This is the waiter from the first chapter. I have no help here. There's one viewer that's probably a bot. And I didn't stream the first chapter anyway, so you'd have to have played this game yourself. Yeah, this is the waiter I think for his voice. I guess it doesn't have to be consistent yet. Oh, fuck, it was the waiter who's also a private investigator. God, which means we now have... Well, no, he wasn't even a private investigator. He was a police investigator. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hasanoga. Because I just want to do Edgeworth's voice for him, but Edgeworth's voice is already Kazuma. I had a slightly different voice. Hello again. was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. There's just gonna be like a sneak. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. And you certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Is it Kazuma Asogi? I do not remember. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to head. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Mr. Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first class deck. I failed miserably in my assignment. Sogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help you out, just say the word. Well, I would like permission to investigate. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not my killer. Of course not. I'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. I'm glad Susato is like fully on my side now. I think having that lengthy conversation with Herlock Sholmes, who was the one who labeled me the killer, where all of his like reasoning was backed by me being this like Russian assassin. Even though she was still kind of eating up everything Herlock Sholmes said, I feel like she got it and was like, oh, okay. Herlock's off his fucking rocker. And Naruhodo-san, fine. I'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. You moved to even touch the handle of this cabin door. That stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. Suppose I'm not just a stowaway now, Nathan. I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to get me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example. I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... Maybe a way. What? Really? acquitting me of your innocence, presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence? Are you suggesting this is some kind of courtroom game? It's just the same as when you were in court. Must have done many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel. Choose evidence, and Spider has to know what we could use. So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes, I think I might know what we can use. See if I can present the detective with evidence he needs to persuade the captain. Okay. We are, again, still kind of tutorializing. I believe we need... so I would appear to be a special... I guess that doesn't... Ventilator grill. We've established the ventilator grill does... It's gotta be that. Nothing else. Like, this points out to wardrobe, or this... Just, like, keep out of the wardrobe. This points us to the wardrobe. These, we don't have anything to really... What's that? It's Cosmo's diary. Okay, cool. We're getting needed. Just before he died, Cosmo-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? I think I was doing Snake's voice for this guy. I fucking love doing Snake's voice, I must say. I used it... Like, I didn't stream any Ace Attorney before tonight. But when I was playing through the Phoenix Wright trilogy, I did, like, the Snake voice for, shit, I forget his name. But, like, the main opposing lawyer in the third game, who, like, drinks coffee and has the, like, face shield. I fucking love that character. Despite my lack of remembering his name. And that felt like a thing on the screen. Here, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator group. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. A ventilator, is it? Very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin. That's right, so if we can investigate it there, we might be able to work out what that speckled band was. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I am stuck here until we arrive at the next port. And it's given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his strict orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Osogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruto-san. Just like moving, we can leave this cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Let's do a second. I'm thinking this stream will be the investigation portion. The first investigation portion, I should say, assuming this is structured like other Ace Attorney games I've played. Cabin on the SS Puria, in the scene of the crime, Cosmo is occupying his cabin, which Britain along with me as a stream. Actually, it connects the first class cabin and so on. Cool. Right, it's January 7:48 a.m. SS Korea, first class cabin passageway. Finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. This is the most luxurious accommodation. Oh no, I'm getting hiccups. Bad for a purely text-based game. Well, almost purely text-based. Yes, indeed. Rasmus was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. But still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Poof. Really, that must be awful. Hello. God, I need like a more burly Russian man for this guy. Oh, look over there. There's another crewman keeping watch. It looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. Door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. Suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose, like, people in handcuffs. Marhoda-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I thought you'd be used to the ship by now. Been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I've already established that I've been stowing away in this room. I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard, and ever since then I've been shut up inside the little. Must have been a very trying time for me. Please, don't give me that pitying look. I'm not the one who died here. It looks like something, like, flickering. It looks like the plan of the SS Korea. It shows each deck. Look. Korea is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. Marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but what's it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? That's really quite simple, Naruto. It is? Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. Islands of Japan? Yes. They're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth. Many, many times larger than this ship. They don't sink, do they? They're floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so, but they're not... At least my understanding is that they're not floating, they're sticking up out of the ground. Whatever. That's a huge book on top of the table there. There's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? It's so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. I mean, you wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, son, to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. That's the way to the second-class area of the ship. Something wrong. I was thinking about making a run for it. Just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Yeah. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery. There's nice subtle shipping in this, which I quite like. Okay, we're not going to talk to him right away. That's all we can here. Let's look at the fire alarm. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says press only in times of emergency. looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship. It brings the vessel to a complete stop. This I have to see. What are you doing, Naruto-san? You must have touched it. This is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop, this ship included. I have to do something foolish at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Words to live by? This is the door to Cosmo's cabin. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Cosmo's. Sorry? Your accommodation is combined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. No cabin in steerage. It's number 539, by the way. 500. What cabins are there? Get to that, because that's the next most interesting thing after the sailor. Let's look at this door. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh. This guy's even taller than Herlock. I very much enjoy his striped tan. Oh, excuse me, we, need to get inside this cabin here. Sailors I speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep it out. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this man's version is definitely... Doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. That's a problem. Back to his seat. Mouse trap. Excuse me. Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Is this like Parmesan that he's never experienced? They've just never seen cheese. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. You can't eat it, Naruto-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But... I suppose you're right. I love this. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks as Kazuma's leftovers. Oh, how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Or you. Find a little snack for you later. Aw. That was actually nice. Hello, sir. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Hey, Mr. Sailor, I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You? Little third-class lady's maid. Oh. Seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susanna-san. I'm not sailor, my mother gave me a name. Yes! I am Senior Crewman Biff Stroganoff. Oh, that's so bad. That's German, isn't it? Isn't that... I'm pretty sure that's not even a Russian dish. God damn it. Yeah, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Keep talking to me, Beef. Mr. Stroganov, about this first-class cabin area, that we're on finest port of Borea steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. Those why I'm always guarding this place. Gosh, that's easy. Somehow let's stow away inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not edible. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Duh. I got that one. That one I could read. Suzato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. It's probably Russian for yes. Or no. Yes. This is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Oh. Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes. It's tantalizing. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimesby Roylott. Very important Western gentleman. Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. But a man would have no interest in a lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh. Can you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? Shanghai. That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time. Never once heard anything from the next door cabin. Even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That's not your business. Let's change the subject to last night. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganov? Don't... Ryunosuke, I'm gonna need you to not address this man as Seaman Stroganoff. Because, man, that is a bad phrase. Oh, hold time. So criminals like you will not come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It does sound about such a player. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? There. No, I think that's Niet. Suzato-san, do you understand that? It was clearly a no. It's clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. Sworn that you wouldn't catch my eye for a moment. Yeah, I noticed that too. This is enough, I cannot say more now. Oh. It's time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yeah, alright. Bulkhead's second-class area is staying locked at all times. You'll escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Sweet. I assume... Oh, maybe we can get more from this, actually. Look on top of the table there really is huge. There's a pen with it, too. Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? This is different because we're not trying to get a reaction. Writing is so neat and precise, every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. I wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Okay, that's less than consideration. So, yeah, the only difference is I guess we can maybe look at the other door, but it's very clear. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Cosmos now wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever is in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Knock, knock. No answer. Our luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. Must have been a woman. That's exactly how I voice acted it there. Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down. Mr. Jones. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please, wait, Mr. Jones. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? And how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Oh, hello! Who are you? Oh. Who are you? Western gentleman, this man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. This old man does appear to be the only person in here, but in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me, and I'm the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt? I'm a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. Man uses that magazine like a business card. I'm a detective whom I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? Well, don't be stupid. How can anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, it's not, traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Oh. Oh my, did you see that, Mr. Yamamoto? Yes, he's just shook. Leave now, otherwise I'll call the steward. This is Cosmo's neighbor, Mr. Grimesby Roylott. There's something about that name that I haven't figured out yet. No doubt about it, the strange Russian man is hiding something. Is he... I thought he was described as a Western man. I'm really running out of Russian accents. I really just got one in the tank. I couldn't agree more. By one in the tank, I mean the one that we've used for the 2 Russian sailors. I've just tried to go a little deeper for the bigger one. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. I mean, Mr. Roylott was supposed to be British gentleman, as far as I remember. Mr. Earl, I would like to talk to you about something. No. Oh. I didn't want to talk. Leave my cabin now. Oh, this is going terribly. I agree with it. Maybe someone else can help. Why does he just have the wardrobe? Perhaps that great detective can get something. Okay, so let's... Excellent. We'll get to that. What do you think you're doing? This is my cabin, get out. Should we look inside your traveling case, perhaps? No. Fuck. I think you're right. Doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. I agree, but there may be someone else who... Okay, so we just... Yeah, I get it. I'll examine Sholmes. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now, the time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host from this cabin is clearly trying to hide something. So we'll go with just more Russian accent. And you know, it is most effective. What is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. So you're saying use the truth against him. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. For I'm about to apply my greatest, greatly admired, great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? Time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? That's... Both options feel racist, Sholmes. I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone. Thank you! Thank you, Ryunosuke! Thank you, main protagonist, not racist. We love a main protagonist who is not racist. That's right, Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's being middle classes and ignore, especially before his meeting, but I once read, his capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. Why is this the judgment? I must have complete silence to be racist. What are you doing? Why are you appearing in my face like that? Oh, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one. Your true identity is that of a villain. In those shares, you are about in the existence of something most dear. No, you're not. And number two, the other conclusion I've drawn, you are, at this very moment, no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Ah! Notice that. Never imagined I would is one of Mr. Sholm's great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. Single glance, you can deduce all there is to know about it. What ineffable twaddle. Yes, I've heard about her countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes. Now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. Hardly believe it, but all the color is drained from Mr. Robot's face. Looks like somehow both Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. No, that wouldn't do. How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Your next line. God damn it. Very well, then I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. But plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh. Oh, this is a whole thing. Holman's identity. So with the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us right in the face. We're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard use. Now moving on. Question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. The evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. A regular fascinating front-page article, which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. It needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads: Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your accommodating facial hair before it gave you away. Short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Revolutionary on the run. Now as for my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing the most grievous crime. Proof of this crime over there. Yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Oh. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. And so we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. Proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, the travelling case. This time I think that the case will be opened and its contents laid bare. There it feels. What could you possibly concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady perhaps, one slight enough to fit therein. Only absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the travelling case? Dear me, not well suited to a life of crime, or your careless could well, but it really is you. Once again, we need only follow your flight of glance to find the answer. This is the reason you refused to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. There's another most stimulating article. We turn from a fleeing revolutionary to the back of the page. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. The crime is that of abduction. According to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elemensky. So that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about. Was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here a moment? Hey, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all, go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but this one looked nothing like each other. Yes, I recall the discussion earlier, and at the time, I believe I told you the man is a revolutionary. Well, able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, was really what does think of this man. You do. That's not another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina. Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate him. Not just at first glance, it is too small here. If you're a 5-year-old child in that case, even if you push really hard. I don't suppose that Mr. Ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? She's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A group of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar? Well, such a sour bunch, it should surely be simplicity itself to contort themselves into the confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. No such thing as turning into a circus. Oh god, no, not again. The circus case in the Phoenix Wright trilogy is pretty infamous. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. His powers of observation are, well, magical. So let's get to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just, when he directs his attention to his logic that seems a little off. The idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mrs. It's just one or two keywords in his introductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering, maybe perhaps to actually switch them for alternatives. What do you think? This sounds like a fun... I was getting at the idea that the whole deduction thing will be a big mechanic in the investigation parts of this game, but I'm liking even more ways. Especially some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactful. I feel sure if you unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. It's not that funny. Ah, you, my good fellow. Sorry. Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists. yeah, we're gonna do that. Yep. Oh! Where are your handcuffs? How did... Okay, that was good. We've gone through the motions of Ryonosuke lifts up his wrists and the handcuffs are there, but the handcuffs not being there. Excellent. I thought they may hinder your ability to follow me in our depths of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Jones, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Hold it. Excellent. Okay. The dubious looking machinist robot obviously would catch the eye of his face. So the shears, I think, is correct. I think the exclamation mark is correct. I already read all this, so I'm not going to everything into it. Okay. Sure, would you really use shears like that to cut off the cord? I know that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. So suppose the deduction is wrong. Try to switch a keyboard here, or Otis on, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott. Or if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. Did you manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Jones' structure better? One. There has to be a capable hands for that, so. Am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we can even use to switch around. Exactly was Mr. Roylott really going to use those garbage shears for? Thick hat. Is thick hat our only option here? Feeling coat buttons more than thick hat?
Yes!
For years you have lived in the icy climate of your homeland wearing that thick coat for so many years, in fact, something terrible has happened. You've forgotten how to... This doesn't feel right. Now in the warmth of this cabin, you find yourself sweltering and desperate to remove your outer layer. Deduction was wanting in every way. Yes, I was wanting you to hear it. Quite proud of it. I find myself wanting never to have heard it. Quite pained by it, in fact. Oh, sorry. It's the hat? Why is it the hat? Because what I think we're getting at is that this person is the ballerina, not the assassin. But I don't know why they would want. Carefully enough. This is a clue. Seems weird what was the method.
Yes!
But I don't see either. For years you've been on the run in your homeland, and that hat has never left your head. As a result, almost unbelievably, your thick beard has woven itself inextricably together. Now you have an interest in how you must reach it, even if that means cutting the hat off. Okay, there's no other option on the screen. Oh, you didn't tell me I could do that. Oh, God. You did not explain. The game did not explain that this was an option I had. I guess it said the whole other angle thing. Like, I was right, and this is so much more clear of, like, in line with what I was thinking. But man, they really could have done anything other than just say every angle. Like, there was zero... I mean... There's zero indication that using the right stick was an option here.
Yes!
Okay. Ooh, this is nice. You're on the verge of using the shears to cultivate a golden Loxy sword. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Your lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, judging by the length and sheen of your hair. But still very much in her youth. Oh no. I managed to cover my head a little. God, can I do a young... Russian voice? If only I'd managed to cut off my hand, I would have suspected. Question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? To get the answer is plain, we have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Oh. Don't need no further clarification. Evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolution. Well, that was a shock. I knew the old man was really young when disguised as you. Why are you staring at me? Yes, it was a surprise, nervous. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Alright? Well, hearing your elements, yes. Using the facts from Mr. Chronicles. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. Strictly business, not strictly Yes, I understand, say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Trump's discussion, shall we? Evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all. No, that's true, given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman. Exactly he or either she can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary. I suppose Field's deduction as a whole is taking a different direction. Yes. Switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Yeah, this one is unfair.
Yes!
The article about the ballerina. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Now, the prima ballerina of the Nova Beach Ballet disappears from Shanghai. And here we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, please, your true name is that of the Nova Beach Ballet's prima ballerina, Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Yeah! Oh no. You're right. Her name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, tell anyone. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. This crime over there. Yes, Miss Pavlova. Unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And as I assure you, the eyes speak so much more than enormously than the mouth. Excellent PC lies where the flesh of that falls. For your crimes before our very eyes, yes, that traveling case. This is wrong. Bonus ballerina. Really, she can't be inside that traveling case as well. Oh, that's right, it seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman? I can see what F7 and fix the reach text to see. So it must be stealing the tiara? It's the only other thing I can think of. I mean, or killing Kazuma, but I don't think that's true. So look, please don't really son. I like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes. Stop it. I don't have a crush on Mr. Sholmes. Anyway, there must be something here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh.
Yes!
Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Proof of your crime is surely this tiara. Ah. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Nova Beach Ballet, is it not? I keep calling it ballet because there's two V's. Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara presented here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. Excuse me, my voice is already going, only 2.5 hours in. In summary, the crime you've committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking that precious tiara with you. Ah! Was a present from, I'm gonna say, it belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. It must have been extremely low. I'm going to tell you everything. There's no point to hiding it now. Oh, come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You staunchly God, I'm gonna start getting accents of it. You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It's reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case even before I have ever laid eyes on them. Hear me? Not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Okay, this could do well, betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive plans to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refused to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. No. Completely changed tack with his deduction now. Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought out the bookshelf into this? After all, guess, surely. Do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to is a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. I've always seen when you cast your eyes in that direction, I noticed it myself. There has to be another reason why she would have books. It must be somewhere in the same area if that's what her gaze was drawing. I agree. That's the only answer. She is hidden inside that case. Revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Books. It's this small picture. Oh, it's the rules of passage. Because I was starting to think that it was like a small pet dog. And I didn't know where we were gonna go from this. But it's the rules of passage. Because that specifies no pets.
Yes!
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage on this vessel. This is the real reason why I refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case. It's the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage, a pet. Oh, I love their dynamic so much. I love that they're friends. I love this whole thing of Ryunosuke and Sherlock Sholmes deducing these together. Yes! Oh, this is so good. So clearly you weren't who you said you were. Oh, I looked around this theater a lot. My name is Nicolino Pavlova. I think you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. God, I'm bad at going back and forth between these accents. Later that same night, you stood aboard this vessel. Couldn't have been easy. Luria is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is leave well alone. So if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, wasn't that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell, why none other than this young lady, naturally. A full set of pipes, if you ask me. So scared for no in Shanghai. Show us if you'd come. That's why I decided to. She's definitely becoming German. How do you say discuss myself? So no one would recognize me. result, you transform yourself from that question. Yeah, I see. And the fur had a fake beard. So just before you came in here, I saw the newspaper. On the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. As if I didn't change my glances completely, they would find me. I decided to cut on my hair as fastly as possible. Keeps the scissors in my hand, and at that precise moment, I walked in through the unknowingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Mr. You were talking about the same thing. There's just one more thing I'd like to know. Exactly do you have inside your travel case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, say to any of the crew. Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. In return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Yes, alright. I'll tell you. Well, Mr. Naruto? Was it something, Mr. Sholm's great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. Just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible! Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes? What? Observe your wrists. My... Ah. Your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When? Why? You were vibing and throwing out and really getting close. There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruto. Sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really? Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. Oh, no. I think her last name being Pavlova is a hint that it's a dog in her case. I think that's the only reason that's her name. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. Let's I know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night. Told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. To forget everything about the ballet. It will start a new life. Wish to forget? Challenging proposition. You have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. With no money of my own. must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, I would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. The crew of this ship, they have been kind to me. They let me come on board. They said I could hide in this cabin. That is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova. It's a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me, well, yes, of course. I'm 100% in the loop on this conundrum. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. What conundrum, I'm not sure, but... yeah. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. That being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, Mrs. Warrior stopped by no port last night. Oh, that's it, of course. How is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when you mentioned that. Just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard. Okay, back to deep Russian. Doesn't not do business. Nothing's here. Yes, you're right. It did seem to be hiding something. It descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It's how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. That is how I came here too. Descended from the heavens. Is that intention? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very good. Wait, we're talking English? I didn't think Rudonosuke really knew that much. Like, there was the whole character in the opening case who was from England and had very distinct English words. And it was clear that, like, even though this is written in English for the game translation so that you can play it in English, like, these characters are Japanese and they're speaking Arabic, whatever. Mr. Sholmes once said, I could never resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. Genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. Quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement. Or the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it isn't the whole Miss Pavlova is going to tell us, really. Okay. The friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. They found out my precious. And the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, Nanette. Ah. So reassuring, Mr. Jones. What sort of pet is your friend? Little puppy? It is, isn't it? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? You credit Russia as a land of small rabbits, do you? They have small rabbits there? You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious it must be a chicken? Really? Consider the benefits. Rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends. Alright. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't know. Something I should like to show her. Maybe she might be able to shed some light. This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 3 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator. The speckled band, I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentions joins to this cabin, you see. So, it's up there on the wall. There, it's this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Her friend is the snake. Her pet is the speckled band. Something occurred to you? Is the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps? No. I don't know anything. Oh. Knock knock. Excuse me, it's royal. Yes, what? She's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I will come down. What? I must leave now. Oh no, it's fine, don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Get out! The passenger said out, or you want me to throw you out? Looks like we'll have to leave this cabin until later. What a pity. Is that the end of this investigation segment? So we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate with Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. We continue. Let's see if... Oh, we are still investigating. That is where we're going to end stream tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. This is really fun. I want to do a lot more of this game on stream. I'm having a blast. Getting to do silly voices and stuff. It's really fun. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to the next one. Not quite sure when it'll be with Christmas and everything. Have Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'll probably be streaming sometime in the next week. Probably not for a few days though. But we'll see what happens. Maybe late night stream tomorrow, or the night after or something. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great night.